everything before you make this decision. Health and longevity is certainly a factor. I think if you wait till age 67 as a full retirement age, the break-even age is somewhere in your late 70s. If you wait till age 70, the break-even age is typically in the early 80s. So you want to factor your personal health and your spouse's health if you are married, and those are all factors. Also, liquid assets. So if you retire at 65, but you want to wait till 70 to claim, you have to make sure you have enough assets to draw down for the next 5 years to get until that date. For many people, if they don't have enough money saved, it's going to be detrimental, and it's going to draw down too much of their liquid assets, not leaving them much money for the rest of their retirement. So you want to be careful with that. And that's where financial advisors can help. We can kind of help figure that out, help optimize your strategy for you, show you where to pull money from, and look at different what-if scenarios. Spousal benefits and age differences. You want to see how much longer to your spouse files as well. What are the earnings histories for each spouse? If one spouse earned a lot less than the other spouse, the Social Security Administration will bump you up to at least 50% of what your spouse had made. But you do have to both file in order to get that 50% or that bump up to 50%. So it's a factor. Now, if one of you were to pass, then one of the Social Security incomes would go away, but the survivor spouse will get the higher of the two. So for spousal protection purposes, that's another reason to wait and get the higher payout. If someone had been married previously for 10 years or more and they did not remarry, then they're entitled to their ex-spouse's benefit off their earnings history. That's something, ex-spouse does not need to be contacted. They will not know. They're not impacted in any way by this, but it is all tracked by the Social Security Administration, and you would be entitled to that boost in income if it's applicable here. The other thing to consider is your risk tolerance on your own retirement assets. So will you be able to outperform that 2 to 3% historical average cost of living adjustment for Social Security? If someone's a very low risk investor, they may be better off waiting and deferring the Social Security payout so they can try to optimize that and get the higher payout in the future. Whereas if someone is a more aggressive investor and they feel like they can outpace and grow their assets faster than the Social Security COLA adjustment, then they might be better off taking it earlier and then preserving their own liquid assets and trying to grow those liquid assets on their own. And then the other thing is, what if you're doing, you're trying to take advantage of a couple of low income tax years to do Roth conversions, or maybe sell down a stock position. If someone retires at 65 and they're going to defer till 70, that's a 5-year gap there where they're going to have lower income. So that's a nice window there to take advantage of these things. But again, it all depends on what they have for liquid assets. Depends on what they're trying to do here. So all things to consider. Ultimately, you should consider working with a professional like myself. We'll be able to help explore these different factors